Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. And that's a quote from Bernard Baruch. Many of us can relate to feeling like we don't fit in. I know I've definitely experienced this at points in my life, and it can be a really tough feeling to deal with. First of all, let's start by acknowledging that it's completely normal to feel like we don't fit in from time to time. We all have our own unique qualities and personalities, and sometimes it can be hard to find our place in the world. Have you ever felt like you don't fit in? Maybe you feel like you're the only one who doesn't understand something. Maybe you feel like you don't belong in a certain group. Maybe it's in a group of friends at work or even your own family. Or that you're just not the same as everyone else. It can be really tough to feel like you don't fit in, and I got to tell you that it's something that we all experience at some point in our lives. But just because we don't fit in with a certain group or community doesn't mean that anything is wrong with us. It just means that we're different, and that's okay. The thing is, fitting in is overrated, and we all have our own unique qualities and interests. And it's important to embrace what makes us different. It's okay to be different, because being different means that you have your own unique perspective and voice, and it's something that the world needs. So if you're feeling like you don't fit in, try to remember that it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. It really is okay to be different and not fit in with everyone else. In fact, it's what makes us special and interesting. One thing that can help when feeling like we don't fit in is to focus on our strengths and passions. What are you really good at? What do you enjoy doing? Instead of trying to be like everyone else, embrace the things that makes you unique and special. Find activities or hobbies that you enjoy to allow you to express yourself in your own way. And by focusing on what we're good at and what we enjoy, we can build confidence and feel more comfortable in our own skin. It's important to remember that fitting in isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Sometimes trying to fit in can mean sacrificing your own values or interests in order to be accepted by others. Everyone has their own path and their own journey, and it's okay to be different from others. So try not to feel like you have to fit in to be happy or successful. It's okay to be your own person and do things your own way. Another helpful tip is to surround yourself with people who accept and appreciate you for who you are. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we have to fit in with a certain group or be a certain way. But having friends and loved ones who support and encourage us can make a big difference. It's also important to remember that it's okay to be part of different groups and communities. You don't have to fit in with just one group of people. In fact, it can be really enriching to be part of a diverse group of people who have different interests and backgrounds. Another helpful tip is to be open to trying new things. Sometimes we feel like we don't fit in because we're not exposed to new experiences and perspectives. And by being open to trying new things, we can broaden our horizons and potentially find new interests and communities that we do fit in with. It's easy to get caught up in our own negative thoughts and feelings. So having people in our lives who can offer encouragement and acceptance can be really helpful. So if you're feeling like you don't fit in right now, remember that it's okay to be different and be open to new experiences. And with time and effort, you'll find your own place and be able to be true to yourself. It's also important to remember that fitting in is a relative concept. What one group considers normal might not be the same for another group. So don't feel like you have to fit into anyone else's definition of what's normal. You're perfectly fine just as you are. And I've been called weird so many times by the same persons who have no idea what normalcy is. It's also okay to spend time alone if that's what makes you feel comfortable. It's easy to feel pressure to be around people all the time. But it's important to take care of yourself and do what's best for you. Finally, try to be kind to yourself. It's easy to beat ourselves up when we feel like we don't fit in. But it's important to remember that we are all human and that we all have our own quirks and flaws. So instead of dwelling on the fact that you don't fit in, try to focus on the things that make you unique and special. So if you're feeling like you don't fit in right now, remember that it's okay to be different and that fitting in is overrated. Embrace your strengths and passions, seek out communities where you feel like you belong, and be kind to yourself. And always remember that with time and effort, you'll find your place in the world and be comfortable in your own skin. Thanks for watching and happy holidays again. And if you found this video interesting, give it a like and share it with others. And if you still haven't already, consider subscribing to the search so you don't miss any of the amazing videos. And if you still want to continue watching, you can click here for the next video or here for a playlist.